Now let's bring in our next guest, good friend of ours, Esperanza from Magnolia Park. Esperanza, hello,
Hi.
how are you?
Thank
Can
you
I
for
have a
having
picture
me.
of my baby back?
Yes,
Thank you
beautiful.
very much. Now, Esperanza, you want to come and talk about some things that are happening right now. We know you're from Magnolia Park, which is a senior assisted living
It's a
community
yes.
in Visalia, but you came in, you're a little fired up. You want to talk about this nurse thing?
I am because it's I am a registered nurse myself, and I heard of the nurses walking out for 2 days, yesterday and today. It's supposed to be about 18,000.
18,000 nurses. Where? In Fresno?
All of Northern California.
Yeah, there's not 18,000 nurses just in
No.
Fresno, but all over Northern California.
Kaiser Permanente.
All the Kaiser Permanente hospitals and medical facilities are there. They just walked off.
They're striking.
Okay, which means they're not working. So they're
Yes.
out in front of the hospitals with picket signs, and from what I understand, they're making it sound like they're doing this for the patients and not for the nurses. That money has nothing to do with it. Is that true?
That's what they're saying. And I think that from the nurse perspective, I want to appeal to my fellow nurses to remember why they became a nurse in the first place. And like Florence Nightingale said, first do no harm. So by walking out on the patients who are entrusting us, do we forget as nurses that we are all part of an organism? Like a hand has fingers. Once you smash one, it hurts the whole hand. Well, nursing is much like that. When an RN does something, people think of all of us as the same, even though we didn't all do it. But nursing is a profession. For those who have chosen, and I want to say that I don't think that anyone has been forced to be a nurse. And let's remember, it is a privilege to care for the sick, for the vulnerable. They depend on our knowledge and our care.
Who's taking care of these patients now that the nurses have walked out?
They're probably Kaiser has hired other nurses, traveling nurses, and they have contracts throughout. I was trying to research who's doing it.
But it can't be running at top speed. There's got to be some bumps going on there with people not used to working in those facilities, not knowing where certain things are, simple things like that.
Yes, it could be chaotic, and the patients did not ask for this. If we're going to say we care about our patients, then let's put those politics where they need to be. Did we not learn anything from that civic lesson we had with Wisconsin, was it? Skywalker?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do to the unions? Why do nurses need a union? Do we not have enough education to articulate our thoughts and sit at a table with whoever it is your superiors and come to a common ground for the sake of your patients?
With the patients there, let's say I'm a patient at Kaiser right now. The nurses walk out for 2 days, and it could be longer. They walk out for 2 days, and then I get my bill, and I send it back to them. I say, I want you to prorate my bill for these 2 days because I didn't have a good nurse.
They should.
They should.
They should.
Right?
Yeah, money talks.
If everybody got together, that might happen, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think they should have done, Esperanza?
I think that should have put the patients first. I don't think that mentality of union mentality, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm not here to hurt people's feelings or to worry about their feelings, is that those patients that are at the mercy of us as nurses for care, they probably had no clue. They wouldn't have gone in for any procedure or got out of the hospital.
If they would have known.
Yes. And then falsehood. Nurses, we are trusted to talk to the patients, educate them, but this Ebola business is not true. Don't use that. I read an article where it says this is the 39th reason. Well, it is wages and benefits. But I dared to ask any of the nurses, have any of them worked or have ever visited a third world country hospital? If they're thinking that they're missing out on something. Yes, I am for having, the acuity, taking care of the patients accordingly, having enough staff for the type of patients that you're caring for.
Well, is this going to get resolved quickly, or is this going to go on and on and on?
Well, I hope it gets resolved. It's no telling. I think that they're trying to make a statement, but one of the things that I resent as a nurse is shameful is that they're using a scare tactic. Nurses are not like what you call those gangsters, where you use the scare tactics. Well, the general public doesn't generally know all the aspects that are involved, but don't use the Ebola stuff.
Are we going to get Ebola?
I don't think so.
You want to hear an Ebola joke?
Go ahead.
You won't get it. That's all right. There you go. All right. But we want to show a commercial from Magnolia Park real quick, didn't we?
Yes.
Go.
When someone you love needs more assistance in daily life than you can offer, think Magnolia Park Assisted Living in Visalia. Serving the Valley for more than a decade, Magnolia Park is a life-affirming community, offering healthcare on a personalized level, a proactive lifestyle suited to individual ability along with spiritual enrichment. Residents and their families are cared for with respect and knowledge of aging, infirmity, or memory loss. Our professional staff believes every resident has the right to love, laughter, compassion, and most of all, dignity. Schedule your tour today at MagnoliaParkAssistedLiving.net.
CentralValleyTalk.com